welcome to the presentation. This is the Realty Pilot presentation of MLS Jetway, or our lead generating products. Offer runway lead generator and broker back office lead source generator. First, I want to tell you a little bit about Realty Pilot before we get going. It was established in 2006, so we have been around for a little while. It is an enterprise solution for clients, brokers, and investors to control all aspects of their real estate inventory. The entire company and all its software platforms are SOC 2 Type 1 certification or certified and have been since 2010. For any of you techies out there, it's formerly SAS 70 and is the highest security certification possible. Now, I'm going to say this a few times throughout the presentation. This is the first. It is the greatest lead source generator ever. All right. It is currently used by over 20,000 agents and brokers, and that number is actually growing daily. There is a huge group on today, and I want a reminder that you guys are on mute. So please use that question comment box that's provided for you to type in any questions or comments. That's great. Let me tell you a bit. That's a little bit about Realty Pilot, and I'm going to tell you about the people in charge, our captains. First, we have Christian Broadwell. He's our CEO. Doug. There we go. He's our CEO. Now, Realty Pilot was started by Christian Broadwell in 2006. He has an aerospace and semiconductor industry experience, and he moved into the real estate in the Phoenix market as it was booming. Next is John Murray. He's our president. John joined Realty Pilot as the president and CTO in 2011. He was a Realty Pilot user prior to joining the company, and he continues to run a virtual brokerage office in Rockford, Illinois. In fact, actually, John has been the #1 broker in the U.S. by transaction size, according to the Wall Street Journal, for the past 2 years, and has achieved this status really with just a handful of staff and support personnel using the Realty Pilot system, which is, so I'm not just a client, I'm also a, now, John actually has a background in physics and IT, and Christian has a background, as I said, in aerospace and semiconductor. Now, you couple that with their extensive knowledge of today's real estate industry, and that really ensures that Realty Pilot systems are functional, efficient, and definitely technologically sound. So how Realty Pilot will work for you? As I said, it is the great lead generation source ever. It does drive new business from a unique lead source. It is quantitative and quantifiable, and it is the highest security rated platform in the industry. Now, we have 4 main products I want to share with you. The first 3 are right here. The 4th one is the reason you guys are here today, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But first 3 that we have is the Concourse 360. This is the property management system that's used by clients, brokers, and investors to manage every aspect of their real estate business. We're going to mention 360 here shortly as well, so you have a little bit more information on that one. Next is the BPO Traffic Controller. This is used by brokers and agents to streamline their BPO production and track BPO activity. Third is our real estate app, our real estate inspector application. It allows inspections and BPO pictures to be completed and uploaded immediately into our systems. Now, as you notice, guys, these 3 and the 4th are primarily geared towards real estate agents and brokers, as well as property management systems for clients, banks, etc. How does this work for you? Well, before I get to that, I want to give you some numbers for you to chew on while we, so you realize just how this does work for you. Here's some facts. The #1 tool, 1.3 million realtors use, MLS. Average number of signed calls on a broker receives, 20 per listing per month. Total number of properties sold per year in the U.S., 4.65 million properties, guys. How many offers? Total number of unique offers made each year? 96 million offers. Let's change that word offers into leads. 96 million leads per year. Average number of offers, leads, a buyer makes before buying, 5. All right. So there's a few facts. Now we have a couple more, a little bit more information first. Mortgage originators. You guys are missing 86% of lead data representing buyers that are not committed to a contract. What does this mean? Okay, so according to the facts on the previous page, there are 4.65 homes sold every year and 96 million offers made on those homes. However, All the real estate trends and statistics are based solely on the one offer that is accepted and sold. It's only about 14% of available data. That's all that's being analyzed and utilized until now. We are capturing 100% of all offers and converting those not only to a property management source for the agents, but also to a lead source for you guys. All right. Realty Pilot will focus on the offer process and capture real-time data. This isn't leads. This guy made an offer on a house a month ago. No, 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 no. These are hot leads. Real-time data. Buyer's agent and buyer go and click on a make offer, and Doug will explain this in a minute, but if they click on a make offer button, that data immediately as they're making that offer and submitting it not only goes to the listing agent, but to you guys as a lead immediately, real-time data. So you know that that's not just what I call a hot offer, it's actually what I'm calling a super hot offer, and let me tell you something, that's great. Now, I want you to think about these numbers and what I just said and explain how this ties into the best lead generation system ever. And to do that, I'm going to turn it over to Doug. He's going to explain the rest of this wonderful information for you. It's all yours, Doug. Doug.
Yep, there we go. The mute button will get every time, you know. Thank you, Tony. I make sure I don't make that mistake again. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, Offer Runway. It truly is the industry's, hold on a second, I got something popping on my screen. There we go. It is the industry's first integrated, secure, cloud-based offer management system. The Offer Runway system integrates with over 500 MLSs nationwide. It completely automates the offer process. It's capable of submitting to all major industry portals and ensures that your MPI data is secure. However, the real power of the software is the ability to generate leads real time for mortgage professionals, and that's really why we're here. That means that this free system is available to all brokers, agents, and buyers across the country. It can be used for all transaction types. It displays real-time status and leads generated from offers and can be sent to you or your proprietary system seamlessly. It can handle millions of offers made each year. It is fully integrated with MLS information and can be syndicated on your personal website or social media. Per many laws and statutes, the specific offer data, that's owned by the listing broker representing the seller and the buyer's agent representing the buyer. However, you can be made aware of these two parties and their information at the same time that the offer is being made. So the offer gets made, sent on to the listing broker. You get a notice saying that Joe Blow, buyer's agent, is making an offer representing John Q. Public as a buyer, and all you got to do is call Joe Blow and figure out a way to beat that buyer's pre-qual terms, because almost all buyers nowadays have some sort of pre-qual. The lead system that we're talking about here is a performance-based cost per lead. It's not a subscription. You basically buy only the leads that you want, the number of leads that you want, and you only pay for the number of leads that you want during each month. There's not, a flat monthly fee that will generate as many leads as you possibly can. The most interesting aspect of using the Offer Runway site is that the 14% capture success rate. Beta testers of our system in the Phoenix area, when we were rolling this out last year, that's what they experienced, a 14% capture rate. Basically, 1 out of every 6 leads converts to a new mortgage customer. That is a very large percentage, to say the least. The process is really quite simple. The Make Offer button can reside on the MLS, can reside on the broker's website, can reside on your lender's website, the list service website, social media sites, wherever, literally anywhere on the internet that you can put a button, the offer button can go there. And then the buyer's agent submits their offers by clicking on the button, and within a few minutes their offers are submitted electronically in a secure format, and all offers are date and time stamped for compliance and audit purposes. Never again will you have to worry about an offer that's being faxed and the fax didn't go through right, or email, and who knows what happens with email servers or whatever. By utilizing Offer Runway and a SOC 2 Type 1 compliant company like we are, we have a 99.9% uptime, excuse me, and your NPI, your non-public information, bank account statements, social security numbers, and everything, is completely secure in our system. Once the offer is made, let me just show you, there's an example of what the Make Offer button looks like right there on your screen. And this is what the offer runway system looks like. So basically, the buyer's agent comes in here. Make Offer is easy. He basically clicks on the button, fills out the information, and clicks Upload. Then that information gets sent to the listing broker, and you get the information about that buyer's agent. Now, another feature of the offer runway system is that when an offer is accepted by the listing broker, then all of the Make Offer buttons turn into a Make Backup Offer button. As you can see here, that red Make Backup Offer. This way, if you're working in short sales or other traditional type real estate transactions, you have a backup that's in place for when an offer does fall through. And you know, there's a myriad of reasons that an offer could fall through. So they're having a secondary string of potential offers in the wings is always a good thing for the listing broker and the buyer's agents as well. As part of the process, first of all, the lead is sent when the offer is submitted, so it's real time. So the real advantage here is that that buyer's agent might be having the buyer sit right next to them while they're submitting the offer online. You get the email immediately. You pick up the phone and call. Boom, you can probably convert right there and then. Again, since it's a performance-based system, you only get as many leads as you want, and once you reach that lead maximum, and then the leads just go on to the next available vendor. The other thing I want to make sure is it's really clear. Every lead is only sent to one mortgage broker or one specific vendor. It's not sent out to 5 or 6 or however many is buying leads in that area. We don't want to have you competing against each other on the same buyer's agent on that same property. Now, if that buyer's agent is representing 5 or 6 different buyers on different properties, that might be the case, but you'll never have to worry about competing with another company specifically for that one offer that was sent to you. In addition, because essentially what you're doing when you're buying leads with Offer Runway is you're buying ad space on our Offer Runway system. The banner ads that go across the top and down the right-hand side, and they will be used to introduce your products and services, and they are on the offer page. While the broker's agent is filling out the offer, your banner ad runs across the top or down the side, and when they hit submit, they will have seen your information already. Your phone call will not be unexpected. They know that they see a banner ad up there that you're collecting leads for that offer probably, and they're going to expect your phone call. So that's always a good thing too. It's not like it's a cold call anymore. Offer Runway does have a complete CRM built into it. Most brokers and agents, especially the large ones, may already have their CRM or lead processing system in place. But if they don't, Offer Runway includes this. And keep in mind, this is free. It basically, all the offer generates leads and submissions are stored here. You can have it optionally API into your proprietary system if that's what you have. The display leads the data of the listing broker. As you see, that's the black box. That's all the listing information. And then you'll also get contact information for the buyer's agent, as you see there in the yellow box. The color coding status gives you a quick review of what's active and what's pending. And over there on the right-hand side, there are, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, let me go back. On the right-hand side, under those functions, several of the functions over there that have on the actual Offer Runway system, you'll see a legend for those. But they include a built-in scheduler and a drip email campaign scheduler. Again, this functionality is available to any user of the Offer Runway system. Letting your current brokers and agents know about this system really increases your opportunities to generate more leads and enhances your relationship with those real estate professionals. And that's really what we're trying to build. So how much does it cost to take flight? since we're keeping with the airline theme here. It is a cost per lead pricing. The first 3 months during the introductory period is a $1 per lead introduction. After that trial period, they go up to $5. So basically, we give you a 3-month trial period that allows you to see if this is going to work for you, and then also determine what kind of volume you can have. When you do sign up, you'll have to provide a credit card to charge it against. Your card will only be charged monthly, and it only for the total number of leads you actually received during that month. So for instance, if you order 200 leads in a certain market and for some reason only 180 come through, all you're going to get charged is for the 180. You don't get charged the 200. It's not like a subscription. In addition, there are several settings that you can set when you get the leads in leads control. You can include the number of leads that you want per month, the minimum price control. Maybe you only want to see things that are over $100,000 or something like that. Whether or not you're interested in getting leads and cash offers. Maybe you do hard money lending, and sometimes you can win a cash buyer. You can also define the specific types of transactions you want leads on. If you want to work just traditional or REO or all of them or short sale, or if you want to work auction, HUD, you can choose those different types of transaction types to work from. So offer runway lead generation, honestly, it's clearly one of the best lead generation sources available. It is RESPA compliant since you are essentially an advertiser on our system, and with $1 per lead entry cost, it's worth trying out for a few months. But who wants an upgrade? It's always good to sit in first class. And again, keeping in the theme of what we're trying to do is help mortgage brokers and lending officers build relationships with the real estate professionals that will feed them business. This is truly a wonderful option, the broker sponsorship option. As we discussed in the first part of the presentation, the Concourse 360 system, that's our enterprise application. It is truly one of the fastest growing and most efficient back office solutions for brokers. And it covers every aspect of the real estate transaction from the time of acquisition or even the consideration for acquisition all the way through the standard property management, repairs, managing all expenses and costs that go along with it, all the contacts and leads. It has built-in tasking and on-the-fly tasking, so you can create a task for an agent or a vendor on the fly, and it's tracked in our system, and of course through the disposition and sale of the property. But by advertising through this portal, your costs are now based upon the number of sponsored users, not a cost per lead. So in essence, if you pick out a half a dozen broker agents that you want to sponsor, you're going to be on their system, basically, and all leads that they generate will come to you. So it is unlimited, meaning there is no cap to the number of leads that you can get, but it is based upon the size and volume that those particular brokers or agents are transacting. Let me just give you a quick overview of how this works. The leads are added by the broker or administrator, and this screen right here is the lead screen on Concourse 360. And by the way, I just want to point out, we're only showing a screen or two of a very complex system, and it's just these screens that are actually relate to your interaction with the Concourse 360 system. But if you have brokers or agents that you would love to sign up for this process, as you see after we get done with this demo, we'll work on getting that contact information from you and whatever, and we'll be glad to provide them a demo to move them into this environment to see if it works for them. That lead are generated by signed calls, emails, etc. gets identified, and the source, as you can see on the left-hand side, is identified. The display ad, your ad, this Chase Freedom is an example of the display ad. Yours would be there instead on their contact page. The lending officers basically qualify the leads with the broker and track all leads, old and new. The brokers can apply a timeline that the buyer's agents that they work with can snag that lead as an opportunity to work, or they can assign it to a specific agent. That's up to them if they'd like to, or a broker, or they can be left open for claiming, so that as leads come in and buyer's agents working in that listing broker's office has, if he has multiple buyer's agents working there, he'll leave them open, and whoever is, it's a first come first serve, I guess, in their office, and who's got the inclination to follow up. So Now, this is where the key is as far as how things are related to you as a broker sponsor. You can see the sign call is the source. The vetted leads are added by the broker, and they tell you where. The leads track leads generated by sign calls, emails, radio, text, etc., like I said earlier. But really, this is the beauty of this deal. The loan officer is linked to the broker and their properties. As you see, here is a property, there is the broker, the agent name, and the loan officer receives lead notifications simultaneously and begins communication. So you're getting the leads at the same time as that buyer's agent is getting the leads, and you can start working on potentially selling that customer an opportunity to close a mortgage with you versus someone else. Also, I want to point one thing out. By having all of these parties connected, the listing agent or the listing broker, the buyer's agent, and the mortgage officer or the loan officer in place, that combination this really increases the success rate of closing a deal, because no one party is allowed to let the ball slip, because they're all three connected in this process. So that's another advantage. And really what you're doing is you're creating that working relationship with those listing brokers and buyer's agents. So what does it cost to upgrade to the back office sponsored suite account pricing? So we normally sell this for $99.95 a month, and that's what many brokers across the country are spending on a monthly basis to use Offer Runway. We have for this introductory period are making it available for $29.95 per month for each agent or broker that you want to sponsor. We figured we wanted to get this rolled out to as many people and also start building these relationships between the mortgage and lending side of the business and the selling side of the business. So we figured that was the best way to do it, by offering a discounted rate. Remember, you will receive unlimited vetted leads from each account. When I say vetted, meaning these are people who are calling in on a specific property or wanting to get a specific purchase or a specific parcel of land, not just someone who says, I think I want to buy a house, but I don't know where. So these are vetted, and you will have an opportunity to convert them. Remember, your banner ads will display on the broker's lead page and also on the public Offer Runway site. That's another advantage that we have if you are sponsoring a broker back office like this. Then we'll also throw banner ads out there on the Offer Runway on that particular broker's properties. The average number, keep this number in mind, okay? The average number of signed calls a broker agent receives is approximately 20 per month. And you're going to see how that comes into play here in just a minute. Just a quick summary of our flight options. The point of offer, broker lead generator, this is the point of sale. You get the lead as the offer is being made. It's $1 for lead for the first 3 months, $5 after that. And then the back office consumer lead source generator, where you get the unlimited leads from that one specific broker or agent that you're sponsoring, and that's $29.95 per account per month. Okay? Now, let's just figure a sample rollout. Phase 1 through phase 1, which is months 1 through 3. This is the discounted time for the leads. So let's say you purchase 100 leads. That's $100, right, per month. And as I said earlier, our beta testers were getting a 14% capture rate off these Offer Runway leads. $100 for 14 new originations. Now let's just say that I'm really overinflating that. Maybe it's only 5% capture rate. So you're spending $100 for 5 new leads. I think the return on investment there is still pretty darn good, and I think most people would be very happy with that type of return on investment. Again, if we're really trying to follow through with what our goal is to build the relationships, if you can find 5 broker or agents that you want to sponsor for $30 a month, that's $150 a month. But if you have 5 brokers listing 3 properties and getting 20 signed calls per month, and those are all kind of nice round averages, you're looking at 300 leads per month. And these are 300 calls on a specific property, remember, and therefore they are somewhat vetted for you. if we only had a 2% conversion rate. I think that's extremely low, but we're trying to be conservative. You're looking at 6 new originations per month for $150. Again, a very good return on your advertising dollar investment. To see this expanded, phase 2 just kind of expands your footprint a little bit. You move up to the 500 leads purchase. Maybe you're moving into a few other zip codes or states that you're working in. Now, the cost per lead does go up, remember, because it now moves up to the full price at $5 per lead. But at that 14% capture rate, you're looking at 70 new originations. If it's half, it's 7%, that would be 30. Again, $2,500 spent for 35 new originations. If we cut all the values in half, that is still a fantastic return on investment. Again, moving up where you're expanding to the broker community that you're working with, broker and agents, if you can sponsor 25 of them times 3 listings per month times 20 sign calls, you're looking at 1,500 leads per month. Again, the very low consideration of 2% that actually converts, you're looking at 30 new originations per month. So I think you can see where we're going, that this program is the best use and focus of your advertising dollars. If you're large enough and you're interested in going to the full phase 3, where months 7 through 12 and beyond, you're basically looking at purchasing 1,000 leads and moving into 250 brokers, and this is probably for a larger shop that's maybe operating in multiple states and really wants to expand. But again, cost per lead and the cost per origination is still extremely low as far as the turn rate's concerned. So, are you ready to check in for your flight? Honestly, we've tried to make this as easy as possible. If you're interested in the Offer Runway lead generators, you can go to offerrunway.com and sign up right there, and I can send you a sign-up guide. It basically has a bunch of screenshots and some information that you need to know to make sure that you get set up correctly by choosing the right zip codes, the number of leads that you want, and all the other parameters around the types of leads that you want to generate. If you're interested in doing the broker sponsorship, then we have a contract that we'll need to execute, and I can send that to you. It's a really relatively simple contract. The next thing we'll need is artwork, because for both of these programs, we're going to put banner ads on the Offer Runway or on the Concourse 360 site, either way, and we'll give you the very specific requirements for what the banner ads look like, and the pixel sizes and things like that. If you don't have someone in your office who can do that, give us a call. We'll see what we can put together relatively easy for you and make sure that that's functional. And then the last thing is we set up the client account, and we also will do some training. We have some fantastic staff in our training and customer service department. They will walk you through every process, ensure that you are comfortable with every step of the process, and that you're using it to its maximum potential. Because we have a very complex system, and we want to make sure that it's functional for you. So don't hesitate we have an online chat feature that basically runs 12 hours a day, and they answer within 10, 15 seconds, and they're not chatting with 5 or 6 different people. You have their sole attention, and they can help you through any process, and we also have an 800 number that you can call. But really the goal is we want to watch your business take off with Realty Pilot's lead generation products, and that's what we're looking for. So that is our presentation and what we have to offer. We hope that it's piqued your interest, and it is now time for questions and answers. So I have the question and answer screen open. Are there any questions that would like to be asked at this time? The first question that I see is, where's our coverage? Good point. We have 20,000 agents across the country that are actively using Offer Runway. Obviously, we have more agents in the big, heavy real estate states like Arizona, Nevada, California, Illinois, Florida, where there's been a lot of transactions. We have more volume there, but we are across the country, so it's kind of hard to say. We can provide specific state-by-state volumes if you need that, but we are moving across the country. And again, we are growing organically because we have these broker agents who are wanting to make an offer on a property. They send that offer to a listing agent who maybe not be on offer runway. He gets a notice and says, look, you have an offer here. Do you want to accept it? I mean, do you want to at least review it? They answer, they agree to the terms of the process, and then they can open up and review the offer. Now that listing broker and the buyer's agent are both active members of the offer runway system. The next question I get, the leads come in are in real time. How quickly will the lead hit us? It should be within seconds. I mean, as they hit submit, and if you're part of the lead process, it automatically generates the email to you as well. So, like I said, it should be within seconds, but there's always possibilities that email traffic and things like that could slow that down. Another question: when we're talking about conversions, are we actually talking about actual conversions or just applications? No, we're referring to conversions. Again, since the lead is an active buyer, probably pre-qualified already, what we're talking about is not someone who's filled out an application with you. We're actually talking about someone who's closed the loan with you. Are there any other questions? Well, good. So we will follow up with you. Those of you who have attended, we thank you for your time. We'll follow up with you with an email saying if there's anything else that you need from us. It will include the document that we can send out that gives you the instructions to get set up. And we look forward to doing business with you and helping you grow your business. If you have any additional questions after we get off this, feel free to contact me. My name and email address was at the bottom of the invites that you received. My name is Doug Williamson. My email address is dougw@realtypilot.com. And my phone number is 817. I work out of my home, so this is my cell phone number. It's 817-683-9455. Feel free to call me anytime. I'd be glad to help you out. We're looking forward to really growing and helping your business grow as well. Thank you for your time.